Hi there and welcome to the channel. I'm Slate and today we are doing a guide for the Demonic Crusade challenge stages, all 6 levels, 3 stars, so that you can, get that divine crystal. So anyway, we are going to get straight into it, starting with challenge number 1. Okay, so challenge number 1, we are going to just bring these 4 units: epic dogs, crawlers, abyssal and rare dogs. At 7 we are going to place an epic dog in that very top tile, and they are going to take out this barrel. Now if you read the instruction thingies, the barrels go kaboom, and after this one goes kaboom, we're now going to drop a rare dog on that bottom. And what this will do is they are going to go along and trigger Torador's ultimate, so that when we send our next units to get rid of that next barrel, they won't basically die. So at 10 we're going to double drop the crawlers, and then when they get through this these 2 platform unit thingies here, that's when we're going to drop the next rare dog. And what I found is this allows the rare dogs to just overtake, but because they're quite squishy, we need that overtaking to be quite small. And then the crawlers are able to go through, and they're the ones that can take out the barrel. So everything goes kaboom. Now we still have some stuff there, and we're going to wait for Torador's next ultimate to start. Now at about halfway through, everything dies, but that's okay. We're now going to double drop our abyssals. Doesn't have to be neat, don't have to worry too much about it. They are going to get the job done fine. And at 5 we are going to just drop our final epic dogs. Not that we really need it, but just in case something goes wrong, that is how we are going to finish up this stage. So yeah, that is how we beat challenge stage number 1. Okay, now we are on to challenge stage number 2. We only need 3 units, which is very nice. It's a pretty straightforward run. We are going to wait for 10 cost. That's going to be the first thing that we are going to do. And then we are going to, at 10 cost, drop a pharaoh on the bottom tile of the screen just here. And they're going to go forward and move stuff, and then we are going to wait for 8 cost, which is just about to come up. So we're going to click on Abomination, slow everything down, and double drop the rare dogs. Now because the block gets increased a lot, only one of these dogs will go through, and that is enough in order to take out this barrel. But I will say, if your dog dies, just restart the stage. This is where you might fail this run, but it'll work. You can go kaboom, and because it's a chain reaction, everything goes down. Now the only thing we have left to do is to drop a pharaoh, and then we're just going to wait until 8 cost before we send our next axes, and then again at 6 cost we are going to drop the final axes just here, and they will be able to take out Abomination. We don't have to worry about anything else interrupting this run. And yeah, that is how to beat challenge stage number 2. So yeah, off to a pretty straightforward start, to be honest. Yeah, it's all good fun, isn't it? So okay, on to challenge stage number 3. We are going to immediately drop an axe unit on that very bottom tile. Their job is to take out a Ratcha, and also trigger Sargak's ultimate. So yeah, they're gonna do that, and they will die. It's fine, you don't need them to survive. But we are going to come up to 10 cost, and just before we're going to click Azor, wait a second, and then we can double drop the legendary mages. Their job is going to be to finish taking out Sargak, as well as destroying that keg, which will chain react to the keg right above it. Now at 5 we are going to drop a pharaoh on that very top, and his job is to trigger the ultimates of Azoth and Orym. Azoth, who I really misconstrued for another hero in another video. Anyway, click Orym, double drop the epic flyers. They're now not going to take too much damage, and it means they will definitely be able to destroy the barrel, as well as hopefully trigger Zilitu's ultimate. So everything will now die. Zilitu is going to be ending her ultimate, and we're just going to wait for final 10 cost, drop the pharaoh, and then it's just about dropping the final axes to finish Zilla 2 and do the win. Now I will say, for whatever reason Zilla 2's ultimate didn't get triggered by the flyers, that's you'd leave a bit of a gap between the Pharaoh and the axes, because what you want to make sure is that those axes do not run into Zilla 2's ultimate. But if you do it like this, it's pretty straightforward. They can go through and it's a win. So yeah, challenge stage number 2, no, number 3, no, yeah, number 3. Challenge stage number 3 is done. Okay, moving on to challenge stage number 4 now. This was actually one of my favorite stages to figure out. It was really quite fun. So we are going to wait for 15 cost, and then that's when we're going to place our first units. Now, just before we get to 15 cost, we want to do a tight double drop. So that means we are going to click on Vargas, who's this invisible guy here, and then we are going to double drop the necromancers on the back tile. Now these are the guys that I figured out basically made this run possible and did a lot, and by putting them on the back it means that they have more time to spawn more skeletons. And what those skeletons will do is get through, trigger Ardea, and bring everything down, as well as trigger Comet's ultimate. Now, everything's going to die, really not a big problem at all, but we're going to click on Azoth, and now we're going to double drop the Scourges on the front tile, as well as a Speedy Boy on the front tile as well. So yeah, and then these guys come along, and they will be able to finish off Azoth, they will finish off Ardea, and most importantly they are going to take out Comet. But yeah, it's, that's the main thing. They die, and because we triggered Comet's ultimate immediately, we were fine. Now, double dropping the axes on the back by holding Lunaria, and then we are going to wait for 4 costs. Now, I'm just going to hold it here while I explain, because I feel like I did that a little bit too quickly. So, what we're going to do is just wait a second, and then, put the Speedy Boy down on the first. This will allow them to get through those molten flames, which basically means that your demon soldiers take true damage, and we don't really want them to take true damage for very long. And then the axes are very easy to take out the logs. And yeah, as you'll see, we get way more than one hero here, and we also didn't lose that many units, because this stage you had to make sure you didn't lose more than 10 demon soldiers, but yeah, didn't even really lose that many. So that is challenge stage number 4 complete. Challenge stage number 5, we're going to bring our 4 units, and we are going to basically rely on the archers a lot for this fight. So getting started, we're going to wait till it's nearly 8 cost, and then we're going to place 1 archer to the right and the other archer to the left. Now these guys are going to pretty much take out most of the worrisome DPS units, yeah, that's what they're going to do. Wouldn't worry here too much if everything dies. It's really not that big of a deal. This isn't a stage where you have to worry about killing everything, but here we're going to double drop the crawlers on the back at 12 cost with a Speedy Boy on the front. Now the aim for these guys is going to be to take out that middle log and to trigger Azor, but luckily Vargas's ult is pretty much now over, so they will be absolutely fine. They can pretty easily take out that log, and yeah, they don't really get through. Oh, okay, 1 got through. But we're going to click on Azor again, and we're going to put Speedy Boy in the front and double Abyssal in the back. Now, I have to say it was quite fun experimenting with these brand new demon soldiers, the Speedy Boys. I don't actually know what they're properly called, because they, yeah, they're quite interesting, and it's quite interesting with a mechanic like this, where they've put this molten lava, which means that they take true damage, where you actually do need to then use something that speeds up your heroes. So I really enjoyed that mechanic. Moving on to the final stage challenge number 6. We're gonna just get it through. I've seen people do this separately. I'm just gonna go through it all. It's pretty straightforward as far as I'm concerned. You aren't allowed to bring any legendary demon soldiers, so we're gonna just bring literally everything else. So that's the Sins, archers, bombs, Speedy Boys, and crawlers. And yeah, we're going to get started. Now this is quite fun at the start. I think we're going to drop a crawler in the front and a bomb just a little bit on the back tile, and then what is going to happen is the crawlers initiate the damage and the bombs take out everything. Love it when a bomb goes off properly. Anyway, at 9 we're going to put Speedy Boy, and then we're going to wait again for 9 and place the Sins or Shadowcasters, and then an Archer goes on either side. What this happens is Vienna's ultimate gets triggered by the Speedy Boy, and then the Sins are able to take out that log, and the Archers will basically go around and take out all of the platform DPS units, so don't have to worry about taking any damage from these guys. Now finally we just have to finish it off, and what we are going to do is just wait for Toreador's ult to be triggered, place the Speedy Boy on the front, wait a second, drop the crawlers on the front, wait another ring, and then drop the Shadowcasters, and then finally we are going to drop the bombs. And what this will allow is it will make sure that that log gets beaten by the time that the bombs come around, so that the bomb can explode under Toreador and trigger his invincibility passive, and pretty much everything will get through. But this then means that the crawlers are able to take out Toreador without worrying too much about dying or surviving, and that is how you beat challenge stage number 6. So yeah, that's it. That is the Demonic Crusade, all challenge levels, all 3-star. And yeah, and the great thing about this is it doesn't matter about your BP. So they are all pre-affiliated, I guess. I don't know, there's nothing like the other areas where you have to affiliate your Demon Soldiers. These ones just come as is, so if you follow the strategy you should be able to clear these as well. And we're just going to click along and get all these rewards. We get a nice amount of diamonds actually, as well as 1 divine crystal, so I'm quite happy about that. And yeah, that is about it. I'm just going to wrap things up. Do let me know in the comments below if you try this, if it helps, if you get through. I know there are variations of strategies online, so do feel free to check out other people's videos if these strategies don't work for you. But yeah, I do hope it helps. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video, but until then, take care and bye for now.